the idea of traffic. I know it's obviously too many cars on the road trying to get to one place at a certain time, but is there a way that our driving habits can influence the level of traffic? And so I'm thinking that there is, and hear me out. So number one, the ultimate traffic creator, I would say, are areas that bottleneck up, right? These bottlenecks. And I think half of the time these bottlenecks are created by the idea of rubbernecking. People that just want to see what's going on, they want to see what's happening. So if every single one of us could make an agreement, a pact, to say, I'm going to totally ignore the train wreck over there, and I'm just going to keep moving at the speed that I've been moving instead of slowing down for like an extra 1.5 to 3 second peak, then I think we could eliminate half of the traffic in this world. That's half. Because we see it all the time. That's one. Two, people and their merging skills. Now, you and I both get frustrated when we see human beings that don't know how to merge. Are you one of them? I'm not sure. So, I'm going to go ahead and be biased towards motorcycles when I say that motorcycles should be allowed to cut in front of the line and sneak right in there. Right? I think that should be allowed. What I don't think should be allowed are cars or trucks or larger vehicles that skip to the front of the line. Now here's the caveat. The line really forms where the road, like, I guess the road lines indicate that the merge is actually happening. So it creates more traffic, in my opinion, if people pre-merge. Right? So if you know that in half a mile there's a merge, the traffic slows down where the people start merging a little bit too early. Right? And then there's the second merge, the real merge that happens at the front. You know, and there is going to be a little traffic here and there. But I think we could also reduce traffic if we eliminate the pre-mergers. You gotta wait until it's the real time to merge. Don't get excited. Don't do it too early. And then of course we have to let people in who are actually trying to merge. I hate when people ignore the whole zipper merging idea, where it's one car in one lane, then the other car in the other lane, and then back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I think it's a real scumbag move if you ignore the zipper order. And I think it's also an act of sheer cowardice if you let somebody do that to you. If you're in a car, you gotta shove your nose right up in there, get up all in that. Alright, so merging, rubbernecking, I think we just saved traffic. I think we saved the world. If we figure those things out, then I think we can save people an average of 20 minutes a day on their commute into New York City. Don't be a scumbag. Don't be a scumbag by rubbernecking, and don't be a scumbag, not a scumbag, but don't be a pussy when it comes to the zipper merge. Let's get it together, people. Oh, and last but not least, lane splitting, filtering. This is something that motorcyclists, like I'm doing right now, do to alleviate traffic. This is not about screwing people over, people. This is about helping traffic flow. Right? That's what it is. If I were to be in my lane, like this, for instance, now I'm taking up the space that a car would take up. So there's an extra car length now of space taken up by my motorcycle. But if I scooch into the center of the lane and just keep moving and flowing, I'm not taking up that space. So cars. I know it's hard. I know we don't want to see other people get ahead of us. But you got to think there's a trade-off, right? In a car, you're comfortable, you're sitting down, you're chilling, you got the radio on, maybe you're listening to a good podcast or, you know, a riveting audiobook. Awesome. Enjoy that. You got your climate control, you got the heat in the winter, AC in the summer. Dope. Oh, and you also have the protection, right? If somebody rear-ends you or smashes into you, you got a way better chance of being okay or mildly injured than if someone were to do that to a motorcycle, you know? People on motorcycles are super exposed, so we're obviously taking on a little more risk, which is why we need to be mindful of motorcyclists and lane splitting. It's not apples to apples, right? You're not comparing apples to apples. It's really apples to oranges, people. So we have to be aware of that. So as a commuter, right? Please be kind to motorcyclists, and really you should be excited when they're lane splitting, because that's going to help you in your commute. It's going to free up that space that would otherwise be taken up by motorcycles, slowing you down. The traffic is going to move quicker with motorcycles lane splitting, and it's safer for the motorcycle because now they can control what's behind them. Most of the time they can, right? So I can control what's happening behind me by lane splitting. So those are my, what was that, 3 cents? Those are my 3 cents. Those are my 3 points. I think we could really change the world here, everybody. And it starts right now. It starts with not rubbernecking. It starts by merging correctly, right? And it also starts by being cool with motorcyclists lane splitting. Because at the end of the day, we all want to get to work or wherever we're going a little bit faster, right? So let's all just be cool. Let's all just be really cool. That's what I think anyway. Comment what you think. You think I'm right? You think I'm wrong? You think it's overly simplistic? I don't know. Maybe it is. But hey, let's try something, people. Let's make a pact amongst all of us that we're going to do those things. All right? Anyway. Right Thing Motos, changing the world one day at a time.